Right. Welcome back, everyone. J Bone here. Smash this podcast. Oh, this one's probably going to be short, sweet. Had a long day, but I didn't want to end my week without doing some MLW. This one was just batshit crazy. Absolutely nuts. This is going to be the review for episode number 68. Still taping from most recent one from Chicago. I tell you, what stood out most for this one for me was the fight between Bestia 666 and Mance Warner. James St. Patrick, what is up? You're too sweet. How you doing? Glad you can make it. There was something I was to. I'll get to that in a little bit. I usually don't have a lot of constructive criticism for this show. Usually I dig most of it, but there's one part that I was real just like, all right. But I'll get into that in a little bit. Jerry, what is up? So this one starts out with Salina De La Renta introducing someone brand new to the MLW audience who's going to face Mance Warner here in, I guess it was a death match. I don't remember if they said that specifically or not, but I think it was a death match. So Bestia 666, holy shit, this dude, oh my God. Crazy looking. His face paint was sick. His t-shirt was cool too. Eric, what is up? These two went all over the place. I love it when the announcers can't. This isn't the constructive criticism I was talking about, but I'm just gonna throw this out there. His face paint was better than Cross. Oh my God, this is some of the best face paint. I'm gonna flub up my words. Bestia 666's face paint with the neon yellow and the black and the skull design, and he's got the contacts in as well. Some of the craziest. I mean, I put it right up there with Pentagon. Similar, but a little different. Just the color mix between the yellow and the black really stout. Like, just it looked wild. I loved it. And we don't see a lot of that kind of stuff. And we haven't seen, Pentagon in MLW, they Contra ran the Lucha Brothers out of town, so. But these guys, oh my God. Chairs, tacks, boy. What they kept calling ring boards, it wasn't ring boards, they're doors. They're just unfinished doors. It was really kind of funny. Destroying kayfabe is in the house. What is up? Give me chills. Yeah. Spooky stuff. Yeah, just nuts. It ends with Mance Warner's in the corner setting up some chairs. And then while Bestia 666 is down, Salina De La Renta slides him some stuff into the ring. It's little little knit bag. It's got, well, we can't see it at the time, but he reaches inside and grabs some of it. And then as Mance Warner's getting ready to, you know, finish him off, what looks like, he gets distracted by Selena De La Renta, and she's spraying stuff all over the place. She's just doing a great job of distracting him. Probably spraying some kind of like body spray, perfume type stuff because she can't stand the smell of Mance Warner. She's always complaining about him. So I'm guessing she was just trying to fumigate the ring a little. Dramatic pause. So Bestia 666 then attacks him with substance in the bag is powder, blinds him, gives him a brain. Bestia 666 gives Mance Warner a brain buster through the chairs that Mance just set up. Finishes him off. 1, 2, 3. Man, this brawl was a lot of fun, and it was just a small piece of what we were going to get later in the main, which was basically a replay of Milwaukee's match minus the champ and the challenger. Is this match on YouTube? Yes. Go to MLW's YouTube channel. The show airs live on beIN Sports on Saturdays. Yeah, Saturday nights. And then the replay, if you don't have it on a cable system, it's on YouTube. Premieres like 6 o'clock my time, depending on where you are, 7 East Coast, and then, the trickle-down effect of time slots. And for the longest time, I watched it was through YouTube. The nice thing about the YouTube one is it's uncensored. So anything they censor out on beIN Sports, which they've been pretty raw with the language lately on MLW, I'm not going to lie. It don't offend me, but it just shocking, so used to the PG product, So it's to see the edgier stuff in MLW. Next, we got Ricky Martinez versus Lee in a rematch from Milwaukee. This one lasts significantly longer than the one in Milwaukee that I saw. It's just a quick, done in like 5 seconds, just a knockout blow. Lowe tried that again, but Ricky Martinez was ready for him this time. And they had a decent match. What was really distracting from this one was all this talk about Selena's phone that was, and then now Conan is in possession of it, and he was revealing that he's going to, reveal bad stuff on Selena and her crew. And it got to the point where it was really distracting, and they weren't calling any of the action in the ring. And I wish they would have touched on it briefly and then talked about the stuff that was going on, because I want to rewatch the match on silent and just listen and just watch it, because sometimes the commentary with Jim Cornette is just nuts. I read in the email thing, which I'm going to get to some news on MLW just as soon as I'm done with this actual review, go over the email notes that I get on a fairly regular basis. It's like every week or 2 weeks I get some kind of news from MLW, which is nice. Most of this stuff you can get from the website as well. But sometimes they throw some stuff in there that's not on the website, which is cool. But yeah, Deech low-key wins with a Dragon Sleeper, something a little different than what he's normally been using. So that was cool to see. He starts having a conversation with Selena De La Renta after the match, and it looks like they're starting to get a little friendly, and like she's trying to like bargain with him to get him back in her good graces and everything. Part of her crew again, and he acts like he's gonna come in and talk to her, whisper something in her ear, and then just burns her and just walks away. It's just absolutely hilarious. And she leaves Ricky Martinez in the ring. Now, if I was him, I would be leaving her services, because she's been treating him like shit lately, and that's just that ain't gonna fly for very long. So is Low Key the champ? No, he hasn't been champ since springtime or early summertime. No, I'm trying to think when. Yeah, it was springtime. Lawler beat him for the championship as well several episodes ago. Tom Lawler, real brief history. Tom Lawler took out everyone in the 40-man Battle Riot last year, Mania season, right around that time. And then it was just kind of something that was kind of like under the radar for the long, while Selena De La Renta and all these other people were throwing all these people to beat down Tom Lawler. It was basically the low babyface build of Tom Lawler to, because I don't think a lot of fans knew who he was. I know I certainly didn't, but I became of his in this brand. I was like, wow, this guy's legit badass. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea, but I like him. I like him in this brand. He stands out, I think. He's got a good, good grappling skills, and his mic skills need some work, but it's real simple, He doesn't go on for 20-minute promos, not in this brand. That don't flow. He's short and to the point about, business he's got going on. So he beat Low Key this past February or March. I forget exactly when it was. And then he lost the championship in Chicago at this tapings that we've been watching a month ago, within the last month. He lost it to Jacob Fatu. So we got the summer of Fatu going on right now. Contra's just been running absolutely crazy through MLW since springtime, slowly taking out just a ton of people. It's been fun to watch. It really has. They just been killing people like NWO did old school back in the day. Eli, what is up? Sup Smash. Sup, Eli. So yeah, brief history if you're not caught up on MLW stuff. Fatu is champs, very exciting. Not that I didn't like Tom, but man, when I met Fatu in Milwaukee, man, I told him, I said, man, I see big things for you in the future. What do you know? Next set of tapings, he becomes champ. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. So, no, I'm not psychic or nothing, but that was kind of cool that I told him that, and that happened, pretty slick. Eli says, Bastia 666 MLW, sign him up. He is a beast. That match was Stone Cold 2 was awesome. Okay. So who's in their group? They've got Fatu, and they got Joseph Samael, who's also known as the Sheik around the Midwest area, and Simon Gotch. Which is interesting because Simon Gotch used to run with Tom Lawler, and then he sold out to Selena De La Renta for a price, whatever, you know. So yeah, those three have been running crazy too. Yeah, seriously, catch up on some MLW. Just gotta go back like a handful of episodes, and they're only like an hour or less each on YouTube. That's one of the reasons why I review it on here. Quick show to go through. It's easy to grasp and it's easy to catch up on. Fatu is money. Reminds me of his father and Umaga. Yes, absolutely. Definitely Umaga, yes. For sending you to yes. He was Jerry was messaging me about the Moxley entrance theme that's hitting the airwaves tomorrow, but it must have leaked and hit YouTube, so I sent him a link for it earlier. Yeah, pretty badass stuff for his. It's his AEW theme. It's not his New Japan theme. Would you like to see any of the MLW guys in Impact? Well, we have seen Teddy at a few of the house show tapings in Impact Wrestling. Like, you know, stuff up on the East Coast, like when Tommy Dreamer has a show and they do like the House of Hardcore one, stuff like that. Teddy's usually a part of those too. Callahan's not in MLW anymore. He was doing both MLW and Impact. I've wanted. It was like a handful of years ago when the Von Erich brothers kicked off a preview, and Kevin was there, and that was my introduction to them. And so over the years, I've seen a couple matches on YouTube here and there, but were like really featured in the States much, never on TV anywhere. So for years, you know, I'd say stuff online like, oh yeah, dying for the Von Erichs, you know, when they made their pay-per-view debut in Impact, I thought, or TM, whatever, I thought they were going to sign him up, and they never did. I couldn't believe it. But they don't want to leave their dad in Hawaii. So they come to the States for the MLW tapings, and they go back right away. They don't hang around. So it's interesting. Excited that they're a part of MLW. They're not going to go anywhere else. But trust me, I heard they had offers. As far as anyone else, well, you know, we see Conan in both. I mean, it's a crazy time in wrestling. You never know who's gonna, you know, what company and go to the other. Well, we know Aries isn't gonna show up in Impact anytime soon. Oh God, he still shoots his mouth off about Impact Wrestling. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't. I love Aries. You know, he's a Milwaukee guy. He's super talented, but he's so bitter. He's so bitter, and he puts it all over social media. And it's like, damn, dude, really? Shut up about it already. You know, you made you killed your reputation. You know. In the match against Johnny Impact. And then crazy. But anyways, a couple Teddy matches. He's really good. Dude, he's the Michael Jordan of MLW. He's just insane. So damn good. For a few months later, came back to Impact. Yeah, I don't see him. I don't see him coming back this time though. He's pretty. I don't know. I think he burned that bridge. I like him in the brand though. He's I mean he's refocused, you know, he's gonna be going after Teddy soon. Can't wait to see when that happens. We gotta wait and see. But when he debuted in Milwaukee, that was the one thing he did. He called out Teddy, and that part didn't go on TV. That was after, like, everybody was starting to leave and he was the show was basically wrapping up. But yeah, he came out and said MLW is coming back, Milwaukee, blah 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 blah. So, Ronnie, what is up? Have you had any problems going live with Google Hangouts? Oh, sure. I've had problems before. Yeah. Yeah. Especially like you think you're having a good show and then you get people messaging you in the chat, say, hey, everything went blank. We can't see you. We can't hear you, whatever. So yeah, I have issues here and there. It's gotten better over the years, but nothing's perfect. He burned the WWE bridge and yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see him do much bigger things in WWE, but he speaks positively about it. You know, they probably didn't like him, but apparently he liked being in WWE. Probably liked the money, but yeah, they just didn't treat him very well. So, all right, well, back to this. Interesting promo here. We're getting a new stable that we kind of saw this coming slowly growing for a while, but Cotto Brazil is joining the ranks of Jordan Oliver and Myron Reed. And this is kind of an offshoot of where Rich Swann was. I don't think he's coming back, honestly. MLW. He was doing, you know, both MLW and Impact Wrestling for a while. But what's interesting about his MLW stint was he was heel, and I haven't seen Rich Swann anywhere. You know, I mean, he was a big time babyface when he joined WWE, became cruiserweight champ, joined Impact, still a huge babyface, and then did you know, a decent amount of MLW tapings and became heel. And it was like, wow. So Myron Reed's group and this whole injustice thing going on, a shoot of that, and they all wear these orange jumpsuits or prison suits or jail suits or whatever the hell you call them. So they're probably going to call themselves Injustice or something. I don't think we've gotten a title on that yet, but they're part of the officiating and the way things are getting done. So, interesting new little group. We'll see where it goes. Hangouts is not comparable anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's changed. We've had to look into doing different things as far as me with the Total Nonstop Impact crew. Trent, Kyle, and I'm working on learning different OBS things to use that with YouTube to go live, because the classic of using Hangouts and putting several people in a group, they got rid of that, unfortunately. So, but in time, the show, you know, once we get this all figured out, it's going to be much better. It's just a work in progress. So stay patient, guys. We're working on it. I'm Chet, and I'm going to teach the guys. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Last but certainly not least, we have an event here, Contra. which is Simon Gotch and Joseph Samael versus the Von Erichs, Marshall and Ross in an unsanctioned match. This one was short and sweet, about 10 minutes ish, give or take a little bit. Fought all over the place, chairs. Wasn't quite as good as the first match, in my opinion, because, well, this is pretty much a replay of what we've seen. These guys just brawling all over the place, and it continued to the back at the end. It included the champ and the former champ, Fatu and Tom Lawler. It was fun, though. It bit of a almost a comical ending. Joseph Samael tries to use a fireball on Marshall. It backfires as Ross jumps in the ring with a chair and blocks the fireball with the chair, hits Joseph head with the chair shot, pins him 1, 2, 3. So kind of goofy, but did you do an Impact review yet? We did. See, I'm not doing Impact reviews anymore. I'm doing like the specials, which I haven't done any of the specials recently, and I apologize for that. But I'm only doing reviews with the Total Nonstop Impact guys. The specials that are coming up this weekend, I am going to be reviewing those. So there is still Impact related content on. Okay. Guys are taking the podcast to a new level. We're trying, man. We're trying. I mean, I love being a part of that group, and I've had a bunch of people from their fans come over here and subscribe to this channel, and it's slowly steady again, and it's great. It's great. It's a win-win, you know. I couldn't be happier working with those guys. Love them. So that's pretty much it for the episode. I'm going to quick jump in the news for MLW. There's a signing. Now, this guy I know, I don't have any clue who this is, but I'm very curious. Douglas James Inc.'s MLW deal set to debut in Dallas September 7th. Now, he's an undefeated kickboxer and no-G world champion. All these like MMA terms, I don't have a clue. Kurt Bauer says he is the evolution of what it is to be a hybrid professional wrestler. Just quick checking the time because I got to hit the road soon. The former no-G Jiu-Jitsu world champion, trained by the founder of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, Eddie Bravo. Doug James is one of the top prospects in the California pro wrestling circuit. I believe he's part of, what did I see on social media? I saw some pictures related to him. Oh, PCW. It's one of the bigger independent companies getting some attention on the West Coast. In fact, I think they've got a new YouTube series. I got to look into it because I think I put one in my watch later list. I got to look. And if it's decent, I'm going to review it on here because why not, you know? Because the indie scene is hot as hell right now. With a total of 15 mixed martial arts fights between both amateur and professional, Douglas James mixes an array of strikes, grappling, high flying, and submission wrestling to an ever-growing arsenal. Wow. Sounds impressive. Can't wait to see him. Who knows who he's going to face? We'll probably find out in a few weeks. Like I said, he's going to debut in Dallas September 7th. First ever card in Dallas at the NITEC Center. And that's going to be a taping. And tickets are on sale now. I looked to see how big the place was, and it said it fits like 2,500. Well, it holds a decent amount. I don't know how they're going to set it up. We'll have to see. Jump back in the chat here real quick. What's up, Critical Sting? How you doing? I listened to that channel and didn't hear or see you there. Yeah, I'm on the latest one. Oh, you know what? Go to the Impact Lounge. That's where they do all their current stuff from. When they first started out, they were on their on the Total Nonstop Impact podcast. That's their older stuff. They're looking to incorporate some newer stuff on their own personal YouTube channel, but it's all in the works. But yeah, go to the Impact Lounge if you want to hear me and the guys talk together. I've been with them for about a month now. Best for business. So is Simon Koch still employed? Yeah, he's W. Yeah. So, all right, let me quick jump back in the email portion of the news here. Go a few things. Everyone's very excited about the MLW and Pro Wrestling Noah Alliance. Okay, here it says MLW has formed a strategic and global alliance initiative. The purpose is to forge relationships with international federations to create a unified global alliance to help introduce the sport to new markets, exchange talent, collaborate on content, and develop opportunities for fans, athletes, and the sport. It is MLW's mission that these efforts present dream matches, easily accessible, high-quality content, and advancement in the sport. So, they got some big goals. That's pretty awesome. League matchmakers have confirmed Timothy Thatcher will compete in the September 7th card in Dallas. Awesome. They just had their New York tapings, and he wrestled Davey Boy Smith Jr., had what many call the best technical match in league history. Oof, can't wait to see that. Who will Thatcher square off next? More on that soon. Man, I loved him in Evolve. I'm really honestly shocked that he left Evolve, but this is a really crazy time. So, you know, like I thought guys like Ethan Page and Darby Allin were going to go on and become champs, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen, you know? So not everybody in Evolve goes on to be someone in NXT and the WWE. Because Evolve's basically become another backdoor to the WWE. Another indie developmental. It's interesting. I'll read a few more things here. Us and Marshall Von Erich have been swarmed by media requests in Texas in anticipation of their homecoming in September in Dallas. Rumor has it that Kevin Von Erich is considering being on hand. Wow, awesome. Austin Aries has been aggressive in the public and behind closed doors about his campaign for the World Middleweight title match. Could we see Aries versus Teddy Hart in an MLW ring in 2019? I hope so. This is part of the whole Pro Wrestling Noah initiative. Hammerstone is going over there to Japan, and yeah, he'll be in Japan for a month, and he's going to be part of some tournament over there. I forgot exactly what it was, but But yeah, I'm super stoked for Hammerstone going over there. Really, really happy for him. What 2 teams will enter the first ever War Chamber in September 7th? Sources indicate we may know soon. My guess is it's going to be Devon Erickson Lawler versus Contra, but it could be different. But if I had the way this has been building up during the summer, that's my guess. And I'm probably not wrong, but we'll see. Tony Schiavone is at MLW's headquarters today. That was within the last day or two I got this. The legendary voice will be calling the action starting with the next episode of MLW Fusion. Awesome. Super stoked. I mean, Jim Cornette, I can take him or leave him. When he's calling the action and he's not being biased, actually contributing to the match content, he's all right. Everything else from him, I could just chuck it. I just I got to take him in small doses. Because when you hear this for an hour, it gets a little batshit crazy. Goodness. But yeah, go to MLW.com and sign up for the emails. It's chock full of these little news nuggets like I'm guys right now. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but it goes on to talk about this new Opera Cup that they got going on in New York later. There's some interesting things about that I've never heard of before. But apparently they're bringing it back after a 70-year hiatus. So, jump back in the chat here real quick. What do you think of Maria being nude core champ? Garbage. J-Bone, I guess you don't know why I asked that question. Yeah, I didn't want to. Your connection is unstable. Oh, great. Yeah, see? Problems. YouTube once in a while. First pregnant 24/7 champ. Yeah. Really? That's really promoting your women's wrestling. It's stupid. Oh, what do you think Jericho's mystery tag team in AEW is? I don't know. I'm assuming they're going to start giving some hints, but I really don't. I really don't know. You'd think it's someone new because they're hyping it up, but as far as I know, the Lucha Brothers are just about to officially sign the contract, which means the Lucha Underground stuff is going to expire soon. Hopefully. So it could be them. I'm not sure. And it could be 2 singles. I don't know. We might have a better clue come All Out in a few weeks. Or whenever that is. Oh, rest in peace, Mr. Harley Race. Yes. Yeah. I read to him earlier today. If you haven't, go check it out. Mr. Frats, what is up? The Hearts, oh my goodness. LAX, could be. John Morrison and PJ Black. Oh my god. John Morrison's actually down in South America getting stem cell treatment. He's not going to be around for a while. Taking care of some nagging injury, all that recently on social media. So, yeah, Taya's got to hold the fort. The crazy shit going on in Impact doesn't mean John Morrison isn't going to come back someday. But I think he's going to move on to bigger and better things. But yeah, he's got to heal up. So he's going to be gone for a while. How long? I have no idea. PJ Black. PJ Black actually signed with Ring of Honor. At least as far as I know. I think he's been in there on a pretty regular basis. I haven't watched, but legit signed the Spirit Squad. I don't know, but they're going to be at one of the next tapings from what I heard. They've been all over the place. PJ is signed with Ring of Honor, yeah. Did you hear about Kiera Hogan yet? No, fill me in. If it's about her girlfriend, yes. Oh, she signed a new deal with Impact. Oh, that's awesome. Is that something that came out today? Social media too much other than reading up on all the Harley stuff. Taya's doing awesome as women's champion, and Jessica Havoc gonna hurt her. Thanks for the tip, though, Critical Sting. Great news. Kiera Hogan signing a new deal. I'm assuming a multi-year deal with Impact Wrestling. All right, so we're going to get out of here. I've been on here long enough. I got to hit the road soon. So, yeah, for this number 68th episode of MLW, we're going to get out of here. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. That's your week, folks.